Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Spellbinder's Report. This is another article of more madness the USDA is doing. This is July 19th article by PPJ, by Debbie Coffey, investigative reporter. This is madness. USDA invasive species sham. The USDA assessment determined while the plant meets a definition of noxious weed, Kentucky bluegrass has not been found to cause impact significant enough to warrant regulation in federal level. So you get to have nice tasty Monsanto on your grass so your kids can go to the park and play on it. And don't chew the grass blades anymore. No, you'll be eating a Roundup. That's right, a derivative of Agent Orange. No. This is mad. This is mutual assured destruction of our species through genetic engineering. I mean, this is what they have done so far. Consider when you see what the USDA has allowed to be field tested in the U.S. Look at this. Human genes in barley, corn, tobacco, rice, and sugarcane. Mouse genes in corn, along with human genes. Simian immunodeficiency virus, or SIVs, and hepatitis B genes in corn, rat genes in soybeans, fruit fly genes in potatoes, pig genes in corn, cow genes in tobacco, jellyfish genes in corn and rice. What else? In May of 2007, Washington approved open field trial cultivation of genetically engineered rice that contains human proteins, defying the U.S. rice industry's opposition to the trial and ignoring the economic impact that would cause by contamination of GE-free rice. In other words, grown out in a field where the pollen can blow to any other field that isn't GE modified. The cannibal rice is intended to produce drugs for alleviation of diarrhea, and if contamination to rice food crops occurs, the effects could be disastrous. Crossing human genes into rice is bad enough, but to engineer drugs into food crops and then release it into the environment is completely insane, says Jeremy Tager, agricultural campaigner with Greenpeace International. Common sense should dictate that drug-producing plants should be kept locked in laboratories and not released into our environment. This is just madness. I mean, and in 2007, UC Davis and Cornell University received permits to field test experimental GE grapes inserted with Trichoderma hazardum, a fungus found in soil. Anywhere in California, other grapes were genetically altered with CBI, or confidential business information. That means, what genes did they use that made them feel the need to hide the information from the public? And what steps did they take so the grapes weren't eaten by birds, wildlife, or people passing by? What prevented the dispersal of seeds and pollen? I mean, this is more insanity. They got in 2000, GE Starlink corn, which was supposed to be used as animal feed and for industrial use, biofuel, was found in human food supply. I mean, this is madness. We're being poisoned. Agenda 21 is at full swing here. This stuff, who knows what it will all do to our system. This food was not made naturally. It's not a natural evolution of food. Food, if it was meant to have these things, and it would have these things in it naturally, not put in there by man's hand. This is a abomination. And we're all going to get the effects of what abomination means. I mean, Jeremy Bloom in his article, Here Comes the Superweeds. The USDA approves invasive GMO grass. Noted the USDA isn't doing tests on GE Kentucky bluegrass. The USDA only did an assessment. The USDA Office assessment determined that while the plants meet the definition of noxious weed, Kentucky bluegrass has not been found to cause impact significant enough to warrant regulations at the federal level. Does USDA only begin to regulate after some disaster when it's too late? Imagine that. They're going to be able to spray Roundup on Kentucky bluegrass to kill all the other weeds, but yet that very grass will absorb, just like the corn does, the Roundup. And when the kids are out there playing on the grass, they're going to be getting exposed to an Agent Orange derivative. Yes, that's what Roundup is, an Agent Orange derivative. And so you ask anyone in Vietnam who's been exposed to Agent Orange how great that is with tumors and cancers. People, we got to stop them. We got to stop them. This is just madness. They're just doing this. They're evil. It almost reminds me of the movie Parasite. Oh, not Parasite, Infected, where these aliens came down and were infecting the food and everything so they'd be perfect for being host for their larvae. I mean, this is almost something as crazy as that. I mean, I'm starting to see science fiction overlap with reality here. This is madness. How can they do this? Except it's under Agenda 21, which is a UN documentation to get rid of 90% of the population. Here's the sources to all this. You can read up on all this. I'm not going to say much more about this article or read the entire article. I'm just going to enlighten you about this article. And you can go and look up this stuff for yourself. Do your research. If you don't do your research, just go ahead and eat the poisons, the human rat poisons, and die. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to get diseases. You know, it's good for the pharmaceutical companies. They'll be making lots of money off of your illness. If they can keep you alive but dying and ill, they're making money. They can make a lot of money before your death from the insurance companies. Well, and that's all I got to say about this. Until next time, be good or be good at it. And do your research. This is bad, people. This is really, really bad. Good day.